Hello again, and welcome to Marketing with Purpose. My name is Monica Pitts, and today we're going to do a continuation of using data to tell a story. So, in our last episode, we talked about 5 tips with examples for using statistics in your marketing. And in that episode, I really go into like the how-to of it much more than I will today. So today, I was inspired because the other day I was sitting down with Aveleen and she handed me this book to read called Shark Bites. And I started thinking to myself, wow, these people talking about sharks, they've got it going on. They really know how to use statistics to tell a story. And they used all of my tips. Actually, they didn't use any of my tips because they don't listen to my podcast and they don't go to my Facebook group, but they followed all the rules that I gave for my nonprofit Marketing with Purpose group members. And so I just wanted to share them both with you so that you could bring it all together and not just hear the tips with examples, but then also see them applied in this completely different way, and how kind of thinking through your audience and maybe even presenting it to them as if they don't know about your organization, like the way that kids don't know about sharks, how that can really tell a story that can make an impact. And a funny little side story here. So there was a little boy, I was volunteering at my daughter's school for lunch duty, and this little boy walks up to me. He has a shark tooth on a necklace, and he goes, I have a shark tooth on my necklace. And I was like, oh my goodness, did you know that a megalodon has teeth that are 7 inches big? That one's like under an inch, and they were 7 inches tall. And he goes, yeah, of course I knew that. And I was like, okay, clearly I'm the only one who is super impressed by the megalodon statistics, and all 6-year-olds already know this stuff. But now I feel like we need to talk a little bit about sharks and how Shark Bites, a kid's book, can actually show us how to use statistics in our marketing. You're on a mission and you just need more people to know about it. And whether you're brand new to marketing or a seasoned pro, we are all looking for answers to make marketing decisions with purpose. I'm Monica Pitts, a techie, crafty business owner, mom, and aerial dancer who solves communication challenges through technology. This podcast is all about digging in and going digital. I'll share my marketing know-how and business experience from almost 20 years of misadventures. I'll be your backup dancer so you can stop doubting and get moving towards marketing with purpose. I have just one public service announcement before we get started, and I'm calling it a public service announcement because I really believe that some of you guys would absolutely benefit from this particular service, or rather thing. Maybe we'll call it a product. Either way, so really what it is a year-end giving email schedule and templates. You can shave hours off your to-do list with this complete set of fill-in-the-blank year-end giving email templates. And they even come complete with an on-demand training video on best practices for sending your emails. So hop on over to makecreate.com/year-end emails and download them right now for $7. And with that out of the way, let's get to our episode. I'm telling you, this book was really cool. I was reading it with Aveleen last night, and it made me start thinking back to our recent Craft Your Ask challenge. So the components of a successful ask, as we defined them, were explaining the problem that you need to solve, that your donor is the solution to the problem, that you're the right middleman. And one of the ways that we felt like we could really add value to our donors and show them that the problem was so necessary to solve was by sharing statistics. This book does a great job of sharing statistics. Okay. So one of the things that I said is that, you need to keep your statistics close together in your content. This book totally does that. I'm going to show you how in a second. Also, you need to make it as apples to apples as possible, and you need to give people a visual. Now, here's the deal. When we talk about data and we talk about stats, it can be like when my husband comes home from the golf course and he's like, Monica, I got a bogey and then I got a bogey and then I got a par. And I'm like, and then I don't have any idea what you're talking about because I don't even really know what those things mean. You need to dumb it down for me, my friend. Like, what are you talking about? Okay. So the reason that this shark book has it so right is because they wrote their content for kids. I think the thing that we do wrong in our marketing sometimes, and when we talk about this data, is we're talking about it from our perspective. Like we know what it means to us. And so we feel like we need to share it. Well, then we're talking to people who they don't live in our shoes every day. They don't know what the data means to us. If we talk to these people more like Shark Bites talks to our kids, I think they would do a better job of sharing our data. So I want to like open this book. Story time on Facebook Live at 4:15 in the afternoon. Okay, so the first thing that I thought they did really, really good is they said sharks have been around for more than 350 million years. So if that's all I told you, you might be like, yeah, that's a really long time. That made me go, wow, that's a really long time. But how long is it? Well, they were around 100 million years before the dinosaurs. Boom. That is a really, really long time, right? Didn't that just go from like 350 to 100 million years before the dinosaurs? Boom. Okay, so that gave the total wow factor. And then they go on to share examples, like really making it relevant to the reader for all of these different things here. But I mean, it's just a block of text. But the one that kind of hit me was, so they're talking about a prehistoric megalodon shark, right? And it said it might have weighed up to 110 tons. Okay, so that sounds like a lot to me, right? 110 tons. They said that equals about 18 adult male African elephants. That's big. See how they did that with elephants? That was smart. Okay, so let me share another one because I'm having a really good time here. Okay, so its bite was 11 feet wide and almost 9 feet tall. That's big enough to swallow a whole school bus. When I said 11 feet wide and 9 feet tall, that didn't make you think school bus, did it? Those are just numbers to you. When you put school bus with it, then it works, right? Okay, so these people are so good at marketing. Okay, and last but not least, so they're showing you the different sizes of shark teeth. They could have just made a chart, right? They could have just been like, oh, shark's teeth come in different sizes. And this one over here, this one's really, really, oh, wait, my hands are in the wrong place. I don't even know where they are. It's reflecting. So this one over here, it could have just had a table and they could have said that this megalithic shark's teeth were 7 inches long and that this great white shark's tooth was 3 inches long. Like literally they could have said it in a table, right? But when they put it into a picture and they really showed me how the different sizes of shark's teeth, what they actually are, that is cool, isn't it? Yes. And we can do the same things with our stuff, right? So we can use our statistics to tell a story in our marketing. We just need to make sure that we keep them close together in the content, because if I saw each one of these shark's teeth on a different page, it would not mean the same thing to me. If I didn't make it apples to apples, if I didn't tell you they could literally eat the size of a school bus, it would not make sense to me, right? And then last but not least, we can give them a visual. And oh, wait, but tell them the change that you want them to know as concisely as possible. That's the one that I missed. But it's kind of school bus just, right? So you guys know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so it's awesome. I love it that my kids get these books. Like, I'm serious. You guys should check out this book. It's so much fun. Okay, so Shark Bites has a lesson in marketing, and now you've heard it too. Now, before I let you go, I want to remind you one more time about the opportunity to download the year-end giving email schedule and templates for $7. Now, you know that you need to send year-end giving emails. And well, actually, maybe you don't know, because some people think that emails are super old school. But I want to tell you what I know. My company, Make Create Design, is the marketing arm for Como Gives, which is our community's year-end, month-long online giving campaign. It supports 142 nonprofits. It's ran by the Community Foundation of Central Missouri. And I know that 1 in every 6 email visitors donates, but only 1 in 20 social media visitors donate on comogives.com. And I also know that the average donation for an email is $273, but the social media visitors only average 107. That is 134% more. So I figure we all need more donations. So we need to lean into what works. So lean into email this year. Just give it a try. Send these emails to your supporters. Ask them for donations the good old-fashioned way. I mean, isn't that weird that I just said email's old-fashioned? Either way, if it is to you or if it's not, these will really help you get started. You can just fill in the blanks and copy-paste, and you'll be on your way to more donations this year in giving season. Download them now at Mayecreate, MAYECREATE.com/year-end emails. And that, my friends, is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Marketing with Purpose. My name is Monica Pitts. Now, go forth and market with purpose.